All right, so let's start with some breaking news that's in fact just come in from the state of Israel, where the IDF claims that the Hezbollah has launched a massive attack on northern Israel. The Israeli military claims that Hezbollah fired about 320 projectiles from Lebanon into Israel, and the attack has come on the occasion of Yom Kippur, which is Judaism's holiest day. Now, the IDF has issued a statement, and I quote, "Throughout the weekend of Yom Kippur, approximately about 320 projectiles have been fired by Hezbollah into Israel." So this is one of the biggest rocket attacks by Hezbollah since the beginning of the war. Now, a few days back, Hezbollah had attacked the city of Haifa with about 100 rockets in less than an hour. All right, to give us more information on this, we are joined by our correspondent Jody Cohn, is joining us over the phone line. Jody, what is the latest on the story?
Hi, Mohammed. Yes, we're hearing that most of the rocket fire from Hezbollah was fired into northern Israel. But yesterday evening, a drone was fired into central Israel, putting more than 1 million people into shelters. I myself had to go to a shelter here in Renana, which is right next to Herzliya, where there was an impact. The drone reportedly hit a retirement facility, but thankfully no one was injured. Now, Herzliya, of course, is next to Glilot, which is where the 8200 intelligence unit is, where the Mossad headquarters are. So it's often been targeted by Hezbollah. We also saw this is all on Yom Kippur, which is the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. We saw rockets fired from Hamas in Gaza towards southern Israel as well. So that was on Yom Kippur, rockets fired into southern Israel, central Israel, and northern Israel. As I said, this is the holiest day of the year. It's a year where many people go to pray in synagogues. People don't eat. People are fasting. I would say it's Judaism's equivalent to Ramadan. The roads are empty. Many children actually take over the streets and go on bicycles. There are no cars. One reporter colleague of mine actually said that his son just got home just in time for when the siren went off because of the drone got into central Israel. Now, prayers also took place across the whole country, which was really focused on the hostages, on the soldiers, and ultimately for peace.
Right now, according to reports that have come in, 320 projectiles that were fired by Hezbollah into Israel. Did any of the projectiles make through, or were they all intercepted?
It's too early to say the impact of the projectiles. I mean, we know from previous barrages of rockets that the IDF have managed to intercept most of the rockets, and a large number. I think they don't target the ones that they see will land in open areas. We have heard from Magen David Adom, which is like Israel's Red Crescent. We've heard that 3 people have been hurt by rocket blasts and that 12 people were hurt running towards shelters. But it's too early to say in the latest barrage if any damage has occurred and how many people have been hurt or injured.
Right now, at this point of time, Jody, the Israelis are at this moment carrying out operations inside of southern Lebanon. This is being done by the Israeli military to try and to degrade the ability of Hezbollah to fire rockets. But despite the fact that this operation by the Israelis has been ongoing for well over 2 weeks now, the fact that the Hezbollah fighters have managed to still fire rockets into Israel. How much longer do we expect the Israeli operation to continue on in southern Lebanon?
So if you look in perspective of wars in history, 2 weeks really isn't a very long time. So I think that military experts would say that because Hezbollah was, or still is a significant force, that it's going to take time for Israel to attempt to degrade their abilities. We've obviously seen over the last few weeks that although Israel hasn't claimed responsibility for the pager explosions and the walkie-talkie explosions, the result of that was a lot of Hezbollah operatives were taken out of action. I believe that Hezbollah at the time said 1,500 operatives were out of action and more were killed. And then we've seen Israel targeting Hezbollah commanders and now is doing these raids in southern Lebanon to try and degrade their capabilities further. it will obviously remains to be seen how long that will take and to what extent the IDF has managed to degrade Hezbollah's capabilities so far.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Jodie Cohen, for joining us and getting us those details there. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.